How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Piggy Bank podcast. My name is Phil. I'm your host for this lovely casual gaming podcast that we come together and we talk about what we've been playing and we play some mini games. We have a lot of fun here on the show. Here with my friends, we have Connor Elliott.
Hello, people. Hello.
Oh God!
Yeah, I'm
Hello,
here.
people.
Way to turn the charisma up to a 10 there, Connor.
Well, I'm here to talk about games.
He cranked it down to a -2.
Literally, like
also have-
just
Go ahead.
Go on.
okay. Literally, just like the most like I'm gonna be as socially awkward on a podcast as possible.
Well,
And they're
Yeah.
talking in the other blue shirt. This is a blue shirt podcast.
It's a
Tavin
Bluecast.
Bothel.
We are the Bluey. Some would say.
is that
I don't think anybody would say that.
I would say
Australian
that.
show or something like that?
Yes.
An Australian
Yeah.
kids show starring a blue healer.
I remember as a joke, when I had some friends over, typed in on a channel, a place where I watched movies and films and TVs and whatnot. I put up Bluey, expecting just the titular cartoon character that's going around nowadays. But did you know that there's another thing called Bluey? It's a British one-episode television series, I believe, of a guy who's basically like British Dirty Harry, except not. And that's
And his
also
name's
called
Bluey?
Yep, Bluey. He doesn't play by the rules. So
Your
probably-
mom
That's
gave me a
very
Bluey.
stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, it's stupid. Just
That's
like
very
Tavin's
stupid.
joke.
No, the Australian kids show starring an Australian blue healer is an amazing show. It's a great show.
I've heard a lot about it, but I've not watched it myself, so
And I have no plans to.
cannot contribute. Phil, where are you at? Speaking of cartoons that are great, where are you at with one X-Men 97?
Still only seen the first episode.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, 2 is where it gets good. Two is where it gets good. So,
I still really liked episode 1, so all right.
yeah, 1 is fine. Episode 1, it's like this is cool.
Setup.
Like this is fine, And then episode 2, it's like oh shit, they got some shit here.
They hooked me in with the end there, and they were like, "Oh, I'm Magneto, and now you're my X-Men."
Yeah. Great, good setup. It's good setup, but yeah, it's like let's get it going, and they go. They go hard.
I did not realize that at the end of the original run, Charles Xavier was assassinated.
Dang.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I never watched the original show, so I had no idea. It was a splash of cold water. Yeah, Xavier dead. Jean and Scott married with child.
Baby on the way.
Yeah, Magneto still Magneto.
Long ass hair.
But good now, right?
Was he ever really bad? When you think about it,
Depends on what he
It's
was
all about
doing.
perspective, isn't it?
it's all about perspective, isn't it? Listen, there's a couple times in '97 where I sit there and I watch and I go, I know what he's saying is supposed to be seen as evil, but he's spitting right now, man. He's got some hard facts going on right now.
I guess when he starts throwing the rebar at people is where his argument kind of falls by the wayside.
Yeah, he starts doing some other stuff, and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, Magneto.
I was very happy watching the episode, naming every single voice actor that I heard. Just be like, oh yeah, that's who's playing this. That's who's playing this. There they are. Yep, that's them.
Jennifer Hale is Jean Grey. Does a great job.
Jennifer Hale's Jean Grey.
Jennifer Hale's the goat.
You've got Ray Chase as fucking Cyclops. You've got, I believe, I could be wrong, but I want to say it was the original voice actor for Wolverine from the original run of the show.
It sounds like it, from my limited knowledge
I don't
of the
think
show.
it is.
Did you watch the original, Phil? I know Tavin didn't, but...
I've seen an odd episode.
Nah. Yeah, that wasn't something I think we really watched growing up. Kind of just past our time. Before our time.
Todd Haberkorn he voiced the character that shot Charles Xavier
Ah, yes. I forget his name.
when they interviewed him in prison. I also forgot his name. But no, I really know Ray Chase because he was the voice. He was the narrator for the audiobook for the Jason Schreier book that I read.
Oh, nice.
Love, Death, not Love, Death, and Pixels.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. That's it. That's it. Great book. Highly recommend.
It's on the list, but I don't read books. You know, who's got the time?
Listen to it.
I don't even have the time for video games anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wish I did.
But yeah, boys, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Piggy Bank. You guys been playing anything cool recently?
I picked Persona 3 back up. That's where I'm at. Is Persona 3 Reload, and this is a great game. I'm now like past the first official boss of the game, and it's just been in my blood, been itching to get back to it ever since. I went on vacation this last weekend with a girlfriend celebrating our 2-year anniversary. So I've not done as much gaming as I would have liked to, but I'm I don't know, another 5-ish hours maybe into Persona 3 from where I left off, and I'm really, really enjoying getting back into the groove of things and maxing out stats and developing social links and, just uncovering the mysteries that they are presenting in the early game, of course. I'm still very, very early in that game. But yeah, I'm having a great time with Persona 3.
As for me,
I was gonna say, Tavin, hey, you can now play games from your bed, but you already do because you got one PlayStation Portal.
I did. I have not been able to try it yet, so I have no thoughts on that.
Yeah, so, I was just gonna say because you already have your PlayStation like in your bedroom, and
I play games in bed all the time. So now I can do it on the couch, and I can harass him every time he walks out of his room.
There you go. I can only do it at my desk, and if I do play games in bed, they're on my Switch.
You only need one portable console. Other than that, you're just double dipping. Wouldn't you agree?
But here's the thing: I can't get trophies and play PlayStation games on my Switch. So,
a problem only some people have.
He's got a point.
Sure. Objectively, he does.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
This guy, he fucking sucks, man. He's just being trash all day. What's your problem today,
Nancy
bro?
Over here.
What is your deal?
I didn't say anything negative at all.
No, you've got a bummer ass energy. I'm gonna need you to get it going here.
You're inferring things right now.
I'm not inferring things. I'm telling you what's happening. I'm gonna need you to step it up, bro, because we're doing a show here. What are you doing?
No.
You do seem a little down. Is everything okay, Connor?
Sometimes you just go through life and you're a bit muted. You're a little bit just laid back, relaxed. What's he even doing? Yeah.
Turning up the volume
Turning it down.
on you.
Then I'll talk louder. I'll talk louder and let the mic peak.
Not the fucking that kind of volume. The personality volume. Where's it at?
Yeah, we just need energy. Is what we need. Connor,
well, the problem is that I'm drinking no caffeine mug. If I had caffeine mug, this would be a different
Why'd you get
story.
the no caffeine mug? Doesn't root beer typically have no caffeine?
Tavin, you just hit the nail on the head. It does not typically have sugar or caffeine. No, it has sugar.
It's two separate things. It definitely has sugar.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't have caffeine. In fact, I used to get...
Almost always has sugar.
Yeah. But how much? I don't know.
Almost exclusively sugar.
No. It's also got like...
sugar and water is what it is.
And carbs. A lot more than you'd think.
I mean, yeah.
And sodium. For that little bit of flavor.
You know what has zero sugar?
What?
Monster Energy.
Healthier
I'm drinking way too many of those lately. I need to cut it out.
That's only certain cans, though.
Yeah. I try to go for the zero sugar ones in the hopes that those are better for me. I know it's poison. I know it's not good for my body or my soul.
I mean, it's better than the sugar ones. You can guarantee that.
So Thursday night, I was prepping for my Friday afternoon drive to New Orleans, and from Fort Worth to New Orleans, that's a 9-hour drive, just under 9 hours from the time of day that we had to leave, because we had to wait for my girlfriend to get off work before we could start heading that way. And then she got home, got ready. We zipped zap right over there. And the night before, I was like, you know what? I'll stay up late so that I sleep in farther, so that I'm more prepared and have more energy for the drive. So at like 10 o'clock, cracked open a Monster Energy. That was a terrible choice. I'm now at the age where it's like I can't just be cracking open energy drinks at any live-long hour of the day, because boy, oh boy, I just felt sick to my stomach for the rest of the night. Like, I was just like, ugh, I do not feel good. I feel nauseous. I got a little tummy ache off the Monster Energy.
Not only that, like, I get that every once in a while, but I get the crash, like, really hard. Like, I get, like, a couple, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours after I've had this energy product, I'm like super drained. I'm just gone, and I need a nap. You
I
know,
don't typically feel myself crash.
That's because you keep drinking,
But I do.
things with caffeine in it.
No. I do feel like there's like it's like I still feel the tired. I'm still tired when I'm caffeined up. Like my eyes still feel like bugged out and heavy and so forth. But like I'm not going like when you like accidentally fall asleep. Like that's not happening. I'm not accidentally falling asleep when I'm caffeinated out. Which was what another part of the problem. Shout out 40 Hale in the chat. 40 Hall in the chat. Excuse me. Hale. 40 Hale. Twitch.tv/TwoPennyGames to watch us record all of our podcasts live, by the way. And so like Thursday night, I'm playing Persona in bed. I'm, all like zoinked out on this Monster Energy. And I'm like, I feel the weight behind my eyes, but I know it's a choice to go to sleep or not. So I'm like, nah, I'll just, stay awake. It's fine. And yeah, I don't know, man. It did weird things to me. I can't do that ever again. That was a bad idea.
Oh well. No, I don't get like the way you describe like just accidentally falling asleep. Like I don't know if I've gotten that for a long time.
No, it happens to me all the time. Where I just get
Other
tired.
than like me just trying to get out of bed in the morning, and I'll rest my eyes again and I'll be like, oh, it's 2 hours have passed by.
Okay,
I hate that.
Like that feeling, but it happens at like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And I'm just like, fucking, ugh.
So how was that drive?
You ever lay down for a nap and then all of a sudden it's 9 p.m.?
No, I haven't done that in a while. I'll be like, I'll lay down for like 30 minutes and like 3 hours ago, and I'm like, fuck, that was 3 hours. Could have been doing something.
Like playing on your new PlayStation Portable.
Yeah, guy, I've had zero chance to do this. I just got home and hit record. That's what I did. And so, I'll have Portal impressions next week.
Okay.
All right.
You guys really in your
Connor-
feelings about this PlayStation Portal, aren't you?
We want to know.
Sorry that I have someone who loves me.
Sorry indeed.
It was a gift.
Well,
from the girlfriend.
Connor, you been playing anything cool?
Yeah, I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic again. I had some friends that were hopping back in, trying to get some rock, trying to get some stone, and I wanted to take my pickaxe, my drill, because I play the driller. Everyone has their own little role, and that's just a fun game. Like, seriously, every single time you go back, it's got some kind of new update, and it's got tons of heart. You get to drink beer, ale, before every single mission, and it gets you perked up for rocking and stoning. And you're looking at me like, oh, this game again. He's going
It's
back.
such a waste of time.
Such a
video
waste of
game.
time.
You know,
He's never touched
enjoy
this
yourself
game
all
at
you
all.
want. No. Hold on. Before we start jumping into the hate, before we start just immediately hating on each other, all right? Let's
Okay.
keep it positive for a second, man. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Have fun with your friends. All that. But like, come on, man. There's better video games out there.
There's better video games like Power Wash Simulator.
Helldivers 2 is right there, bro.
Like
I'm just
Metal
saying,
Gear Solid. Hey, do you rock and stone?
I'm saying it
in
right now.
Helldivers
Metal Gear
2?
Solid is 1,000 times better than that game.
No, it is not.
1,000 times
It
better.
is not. You don't get to fight bugs in Metal Gear Solid 1. You don't. No, you don't.
You
Don't
sure?
bullshit me. I
You
am
sure
pretty
about
sure.
that?
Yeah, I am
You
sure.
sure? There's a lot of VR missions, Connor.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. No one does that unless they're trying to get all the trophies like you
I
do.
still don't think that there's bugs.
They're probably not. He's probably just playing a game here. It doesn't matter if there is.
There's like bugs in the system, like bugs in the VR system, you know?
But we mean like insects.
And
There's a
he
murder
knows.
mystery minigame in the VR.
Oh,
Did
really?
you enjoy
Yeah.
these VRs?
I enjoyed the murder mystery ones. And I enjoyed there's ones that like glitch out and you get to play as Cyborg Ninja. Those were cool.
Those did seem cool.
Yeah. But the shoot 45 targets with each individual weapon in the game, no, I didn't enjoy those. Those were not fun.
Not fighting against the giants?
The fighting the giants was dope. Fighting the giants was go.
Is he not still just Gray Fox? Like
What do you mean?
you keep calling him Cyborg Ninja.
Yeah.
For the longest
that's
time,
Gray-
people kind
that's
of
Gray
knew.
Fox.
It is Gray Fox, but it's Cyborg Ninja. And also, you know, maybe someone hasn't played fucking Metal Gear Solid, you know?
Fair enough. Well, I knew it was Gray Fox before I even played it because
Well,
that's
and
what
all-
the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, please
oh,
go
so
ahead.
in Smash Melee, like you collect the trophies,
Uh-huh.
and one of them was Gray Fox.
Oh,
And
interesting.
it titled it Gray Fox.
Well, that's interesting. In Melee or in Brawl?
I'm 90% sure it was Melee because there was like
That wouldn't make it.
there was one of the I think it was a
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
for like
It
the
should be
adventure
Brawl.
mode. Remember? No, I'm in the adventure mode for Melee. There was like a little cutscene where it showed off all the trophies you could pick up throughout the levels, and one of them was Gray Fox, and there was like a thing where like they moved the stuff around, and I'm about to look up Gray Fox Melee right now.
You know what? He might be right.
Because Snake isn't in Melee. So it would
I
be
know.
weird for them to put a trophy for a character who's not in the game.
Smash Melee.
He's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Yeah.
finding it.
I mean, I can't really blame him.
Do you have it?
I'm trying to. Makes an appearance in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but then I'm gonna look more into this.
But
Yeah,
this is
okay.
like an assist trophy, is what I'm saying. Not even an assist trophy. It's just like a fun like collection thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't sound right for it to be in Melee. If it is, it is. But that's weird. Because Snake's not in that game. So why would the
no, I
Konami
know.
connection be there?
I don't seem to see anything indicating he was in Melee.
Yeah.
Gray Fox.
Word on the street is Phil has never even played Melee. And all his memories are, in fact, Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
That is not true.
How do you know?
You know? No proof. No evidence.
It's been called into question.
You know?
And look at him. He's still
Yeah,
looking for
exactly.
it.
Avoiding the accusations as always.
Everyone knows silence means guilt.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm looking through a list of all the trophies. Is what I'm looking at.
He's doing
Jesus
it. He's
Christ,
scrolling-
you going
he's,
the-
he's committed to this, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well,
16 minutes in.
I'm playing this
Yeah,
guy.
Just fill in. Yeah. While I look.
Yeah, I'm playing this guy.
Yeah.
I'm playing this guy.
Yeah.
And he's fun. But how fun?
We'll find
I
out.
don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
How fun is he?
I think it's pretty fun.
Dang. How fun is it though compared to other fun games?
Not as fun as other games. Not as fun as other games. There are other games quite a bit more fun than Metal Gear Solid 1.
You'll have to find out which specific ones in the Two Pennies game. Two Pennies
Two-Penny Game Club.
Two Pennies
Yeah.
Game Club.
And if you're listening to this on YouTube or mainstream podcast services of your choice, that review will be up
2 days from now.
Monday.
Yeah.
So Monday night. So make sure you like and subscribe and enjoy more going on. A lot of action, a lot of traction on all of the Two Penny Game sites the last week. TikTok specifically exploded, and they were all very nice comments, very nice.
They always are.
Always are,
Yeah.
always are. But YouTube was doing well too, so that's nice. It's always nice to like gain some traction. After years of doing this and just seeing nothing, it's nice to just see a little something to see. Okay, the path is there. We see the path.
Yeah, and on
Phil,
on,
Gray Fox isn't. He's not in the game. He's just. There's no reason for him to be in that game. He's not in the game.
I promise you, he is.
He's not.
He still can't-
He just can't be.
Yeah,
You've got your Smash Brothers confused. It's fine.
But
We all
here's
do
the
it.
thing: there's trophies for characters that are in the game, like that aren't in the game. Like
But probably for
game-
Nintendo
game
titles, not for a
franchises that aren't
Konami
even in it.
title.
this was before the
promise you.
partnership.
Is Contra there? If you've seen
Why would
Contra,
Contra be in there?
or because these are Konami characters.
And they're in Brawl.
If you've seen the Konami guys, if you've seen any of the
No, 'cause
Castlevania
I'm
guys,
specifically talking about like a video that was on the Brawl, like not Brawl, the Melee disc.
I understand, but you're looking through the list, and if you see these guys, then that's breadcrumbs for that. I'm saying the characters who are in there, but not for games that are represented in the roster, are probably just Nintendo titles, other Nintendo titles.
Right. I will find it and I will be vindicated.
The only
But
you know
for the
what?
sake
The
of the
only
show, I will
reason
stop doing
that
this.
this might be represented is because of the Twin Snakes remake on GameCube. But I don't know when that
Thank
came
you.
out. I feel like that would have come out after Melee, but I don't know.
Find out later, Phil.
Anyway, I will find out at some point and I will be vindicated and you will know next Piggy Bank or even the next Gamecast or Game Club when we review Metal Gear Solid. I will bring it up and I will be vindicated.
It'll be Phil's second time reviewing this game.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
do it on the hype.
He did the
After the hype, yeah.
After the hype,
Yeah.
Me myself, I've been playing aside from Metal Gear Solid, I've been playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
Oh,
The
great.
remake for the Switch.
Are we getting a review out of
Enjoying it
that?
a lot. To my knowledge, there's not that much new content to warrant a review.
All right.
No.
I guess.
I will say I got lucky when I drafted that game when I did for Fantasy Critic because I'm in the Fantasy Critic Discord, and they talk about eligibility debates. And the creator of Fantasy Critic said that now, knowing I think a couple months leading up to its release, it would have been put under remaster instead, in that different other category, which wouldn't have made it eligible for us.
But it's a remake.
But it's not.
Is it not?
I mean, I don't know. He said that he would have changed the eligibility. It's the same game.
See, this is my thing. But that doesn't matter if it's the same game, but they remade it. Like Last of Us Part 1 is the same game, but they remade it. The only thing that's recycled is the cutscenes and the voice acting. Everything else they rebuilt from the ground up.
Let me ask you this: would you qualify the Super Mario 3D All Stars collection as remakes?
No. This is
the same treatment.
Is it? No, because
Yes.
it looks like way better, doesn't it? Like they changed models and shit, didn't they?
I don't think so. Not from what I've seen.
Does anyone here intimately know the original enough to know that?
I played it when I was really, really young, so I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head.
What was that even on originally?
GameCube.
GameCube? Makes sense.
Yep.
I thought DS for a second, but that wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah. I'm looking at comparisons, and they do look very similar, but I think that just tells of how good no, these are different games. Now that I'm looking at some of the background assets and stuff, like the way the shadows are happening,
there was some fun background stuff that wasn't in the original game that is just background jokes, but there's nothing. To the core contents of the game, nothing has changed.
Nobody understands what a remake is, and it's just well, yeah, but the core content of The Last of Us Part 1 hasn't changed. It is the same game again. They just remade it.
But I'm saying
it was
but
remade again.
You change how the combat is in that game. You know, like you said yourself, it takes the newer combat from Last of Us Part 2 and it puts it into.
But it doesn't.
Last of Us Part 1. But you said that it does.
No. It is just Last of Us 1 again.
I thought you said
the
that
only
before.
thing that's different, and this is minute, is it's not even changing how the bow and arrow works. It's just the UI for the bow and arrow has changed to be unified with Part 2.
I swear at some point you mentioned that they updated the combat to be in line with Last of Us Part 2.
That was what I wanted them to do.
Oh, okay.
I wanted them to have
confused.
I wanted them to have the prone and crawling under objects and just all the fidelity and the melee combat of Part 2. I wanted that in Part 1, but they didn't do that. They just made Part 1 again.
Okay, then the answer right now for if you're going to get a review is probably not, because I haven't encountered anything new enough to warrant one.
But here's my thing is why are we expecting remakes to be more than what they are? Like if you remake a game, it's a remake. Like what they say it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell Paper Mario looked like before, but if they changed fundamentally how certain things, even if it's visuals, look and act, then I think that would also consider a remake.
Look at the shelf and how the shadows are working on the shelf. You can't just get that from a remaster.
I'll take your word for that, because I couldn't tell you. You know, maybe that's part of the reason why people are kind of just it's not a remake, it's a remastered. Because the changes are all.
I think it's just
level.
people just don't understand the difference between these things. You know, it's just they remade it. It doesn't matter if it plays the same or acts the same or feels the same. They remade it. They went from zero and made it again.
The way it feels to me, it's like the 3D All Stars collection, where it's basically a port. I don't know. That's how it feels.
I think people need to go back and look at the original game because it does look different. You have to squint and focus on details. Real hard to find the differences, but they're there. I'm just seeing them in the images now. The lighting's way different. Some of the models are different. and just the way things are layered. Now, I think they look very similar, but I think that's just a testament to how good the art style was in the original game. This is not a hard conversation, but everybody makes it hard. Like,
or do you make it hard?
Okay, so I'm not trying to get like heated here, like tempered fire or anything like that.
Right.
But like when we talk about the Final Fantasy VII remake,
yes,
like this isn't the same. This isn't like to the same level, is what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, we're splitting this one big game into 3 different parts.
Yeah,
focusing on all these different parts.
Right,
these,
but
like,
you will never get that ever again. The fact we're getting it now is a miracle. This doesn't happen. They are essentially Mass Effect trilogying the Final Fantasy VII, and that shouldn't be a thing, but it is. Like, the fact that it's happening is a miracle. So that should not be the bar. The bar should be Last of Us Part 1 or the Resident Evil HD remake or the Twin Snakes remake. What they're doing with Resident Evil like 2, 3, and 4 is incredibly impressive, but that's because you just can't package that game again because those games are so old.
Okay, then I think that I hate that they called the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy that. It should be like the director's cut. You know, it should just be that.
Director's cut would be more confusing.
Remake that would be so much more confusing, and there are
so much more apt. Like,
no, there are subtextual like meta commentary, character motivation, reasonings behind the titling of that. And also, they're just taking the concept of a remake way further. Because nobody wants, well, that's not true. There is people who do just want a traditional remake of the original game, with just updated textures and quality of life improvements and all those things. Of course, we want that. But they're saying, no, let's do the full 3D, put some action combat in there, all this stuff. Like, they're going crazy bells and whistles. It is a remake, but like there's a little bit of asterisk next to it. I don't understand. I don't understand why this is a difficult conversation to have with people. Like, I just don't. Like, remaster is that game with a little bit of polish on it. A remake is a recreation of that game. We have remade it. It can look and play and feel exactly the same. That's a testament to the quality of the remake. Bluepoint, with Shadow of the Colossus and with Demon's Souls, remade those games. But they didn't remake the Uncharted trilogy. Those are just remasters. They didn't remake the PS3 remaster of Shadow of Colossus. What's the other one they did? Metal Gear. That's and then the Metal Gear Master Collection that we got is just a port of what Bluepoint did.
Then just let me say again, from how you describe a remaster, that's how this Thousand Year Door game is to me. It's a remaster. It's a
I guess my thing about it is this is not something up for interpretation. This is just what it is. They remade the game. It feels and plays exactly like the original. That isn't a testament to how good the original was.
Yeah, it sounds like you could say that even it being a remake didn't really improve upon anything the original game had to offer, but it does make sense if it was built again from the ground up, rather than just taking the form it was and tweaking it, which would be a remaster.
Even you wouldn't, well, you can't really like tweak gameplay of a remaster. You know, a remaster is really just like upscaling resolutions, maybe improving. Well, it does get tricky with like Mass Effect 1. What they did to Mass Effect 1 was a remaster, but they opened up all the old files and they changed, but they didn't start from zero with that. They took what was old and went in and changed code, but they didn't start from zero. So that is a remaster, but that is like the higher end. Like, everything runs in scales, and that's a higher end of what a remaster can be. Whereas like 3D All-Stars, they upscaled the resolution, but that's on the lower end of what you would do. It's just the amount of effort you want to put into a remaster.
So I just Googled difference between a remake and a remaster, and I get a link for Kavuru Games that has remaster, remake, reboot, and port here. I'm just going to read them off. Remaster, an improvement in the visuals of a game without interfering with the other aspects. Remake, a redesign of a game while retaining its key characters and story elements. A reboot, a new game with a fresh storyline, including some elements of the original game,
Yeah.
and a port, transferring and optimizing a video game to run on another platform.
Yeah.
And so with this thing, I would call this 1,000-Year Door game a remaster.
But what are you going to do to a turn-based RPG if you're keeping it as a turn-based RPG? Like, it's just going to be the same again. And if they're calling it a remake, that means they started from zero and remade it. They remade it almost to a T, but it's still like they started from nothing and built from there.
Holy shit, it is like hailing really bad outside.
Yeah, no, yeah, the storms are crazy. Yeah, they really are. I think we're okay. I don't think we're getting rained on, but yeah. My drive in when I hit Dallas was insane.
If it wouldn't totally fuck everything, I would point my camera towards the
that'd fuck everything. Yeah,
our little
let's not
patio
do
door.
that. Yeah.
It's real bad.
Yeah. So if we lose connection to Phil at any point, that's what happens.
That's exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Not that like I think this is a great conversation, but just for the sake of the show, I think we
can
should
always
move on.
Yeah.
To oh my god, was that
And
a-
here I was worried I wasn't going to get a breakout this week.
No
Yeah,
worries
there's
here,
full
Tav.
fucking ice cubes, dude.
What?
Hang on, I'm gonna grab one of these ice cubes and show it on camera.
Oh, here he goes. He's running off with that hail.
This better be extremely impressive hail, otherwise our time would have been wasted.
Oh, if there's one thing Phil's good at, it's wasting our goddamn time.
That is true.
You know?
He's done it a couple times on this show.
Yeah, several. I think he did it not last week, but the week before.
He
Had to
couldn't do
edit
it
that
last
out.
week because
He was here. He could focus.
See, that's not big enough for me to be impressed.
That's a big ice cube.
No,
That fell from the sky.
I've seen bigger ice cubes before.
Well,
It's like
Connor,
it's
that
like the size of a quarter, bro.
Connor, that fell from the sky and hit the ground.
I can go
So
up
it's probably even bigger.
I can go
And
up
that's a broken piece.
to a 10-story building
Yeah.
and drop a bigger ice cube than that easily.
Okay, but when that hits the ground,
it's the size of a fucking quarter, bro.
that's a big eye. It's falling from the sky.
Quarter.
It's falling from the sky.
Quarter's
That's
big
dangerous.
now.
That's a don't go outside level of hail.
If you're a baby or an old person with a
Yeah,
soft head,
you want to fucking go out there with that fucking size of hail?
oh, it'll hurt. I'll be fine.
No, Connor, it won't hurt. It'll knock your ass out.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
It'll do
You think
severe
that-
damage to you. What are you
no.
talking about?
No,
You're not
no,
fucking
no.
Superman.
Yeah, I'm not Superman, but I'm not a wimp. All right, I could take a fucking.
You're not a
I could
wimp.
take it right. to
You're
your
not
head.
a wimp.
No,
No, you pussy.
no.
I'm saying it right now. You full blown fucking
I'm
pussy.
saying I'll go out in the hailstorm, and you're calling me a pussy.
that fucking piece of
hitting-
hail will knock your ass the fuck out.
No, it won't.
It's falling from the sky.
Look, it cracked his window because it's weak.
No, it
and
didn't
not
crack. It
strong
didn't
like
crack. It
mine.
didn't crack.
Oh.
It's just very loud, and it's like banging on the glass door.
Oh, very scary. Don't stand next to the window, buddy.
I'm not. I mean, I'm a fair distance away from it. It's just very loud.
Yeah, that is very scary. Very scary.
We've lost the
I
point,
know
though.
you're scared. I can't
Think of the
believe it.
cats. How scared are they
Cats
right
might
now?
be
Look at
scared.
that,
Cats
look at
might be
that,
scared.
in my corner of the desk.
He's doing. Oh, they're hiding. They're hiding.
Yeah. Wimps. Well, the third distraction
No.
this episode, maybe fourth.
Has it been that many?
Well, there was the trophy one. Technically, the remaster remake was a distraction from our
It
usual
was a
program.
conversation. You know,
It
we're talking
was.
about games. We're talking about video games and stuff.
Distractions can be good, but then you had
My cats
the
are very
hail stuff,
scared.
and now you got the cats. That's 4 by my count. 3, if I'm.
I think
being-
Phil's just looking for an out on this review. He just doesn't want to do it.
I'm really not.
Man.
I mean, I'll review it if you want me to that bad. God damn.
Nah, it's not going to get us anything. It's fine.
But anyway, I love the game. I love it a lot. I'm having a great time. I was playing it in front of Ash the other day, and we're
Oh,
We're losing him.
it was bound to happen.
We're losing him.
What a waste.
This week might just turn into us talking for another 10 minutes and calling it there. You know?
Hey, sometimes that happens. So, conversation piece,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Oh, I thought you had something quick.
Sometimes I think if I say something, another like the truth is going to pop into my head.
Right.
It didn't. Not this time around.
Here's the thing. I don't want to return to the remake conversation, but you know, my stubborn ass one. Like, I just don't understand how people get caught up in these things.
I find it pretty simple. The most complicated one was the Final Fantasy VII remake. It's a remake, but it was kind of misleading as well.
Oh, yeah, 100% was misleading.
Yeah.
100%
Nice.
was
I like it a
misleading.
lot.
Oh, he's there. But other than
Yeah.
that,
It's super cute.
yeah, I don't really usually have much of a difficulty. On what you were saying earlier, if it's built from the ground up, it by definition is remake.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like an impressive one.
Yeah.
Like Mario and the Thousand Door.
Year Door.
Yeah.
Last was Part 1. What's another one? I don't even know. It's just, all right, we're getting that game again.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know.
I
Some people just-
love remakes. I think they're fantastic. You know?
Yeah, it depends how they're done, of course. Like,
Hasn't been one in the last couple of years that I haven't liked. That I've played.
yeah.
Of course, I think he's gone.
Gone.
I think there's been some
I'm
that
back.
like he's back. There have been some that are like critically like haven't done super well, but I've always enjoyed them. Dead Space, for example, one of the best remakes ever made, hands down. Can't believe we're not getting a Dead Space 2 remake. The Resident Evil run that they've been on has been great. Even people didn't like Resident Evil 3 so much, but I thought it was still a lot of fun and really good. Hi, Phil. Welcome back.
Bet. Hello.
No longer dead.
Yeah, you know, fucking. It's probably going to happen again. Almost definitely, I'll say.
Yeah.
But you know, we go while we can. But where did I get cut off? Oh fuck.
Couldn't tell you. I mean, you're still here, for now at least.
Oh my god.
Oh, his power's flaring out. So Phil might need to tap out, and me and Connor will just fill time for another 10 minutes, and then call it an episode.
Okay. Yeah. I might have to just dip out. Just because it's not going to be quality because it's
Okay.
going to keep happening.
Not a problem. Well, thanks anyway, Phil.
All right.
Be safe.
Well, I will do my best.
All right.
Pray for
Love
my
you, buddy.
car.
Don't get killed. And then, okay, he's gone.
Yeah, he's
Aren't
gone.
you-
Let's talk about how fucking moronic this guy is, right? Like, Jesus Christ.
You know what? I know what you're actually thinking.
Oh, what's that?
You're thinking, oh, it's been a long day and I just had an episode cut short. Woo-wee! A little bit of a rest. Isn't that what you thought?
No. I mean, we're going to talk for another 10 minutes or so, you know?
I mean, considering the rate we were going, we still had 3 games to go through. 37 minutes in, we would have been a long one. So 10 more minutes.
We would have just gotten through like one game and
No.
been like, all right, that's
Oh
enough.
yeah, fair enough.
You know?
Yeah, but
So,
man, I'm go watch that Hellblade review.
saying.
I got some things to.
yeah,
to
we got a
talk
Hellblade
about.
review.
Yeah,
You didn't even mention that. I thought you were going to, and you never did.
mention. Oh, what I've been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a review. It's already going to be out there. Might
You
as well
need to
just
learn to
say-
advertise.
Yeah.
Advertise, Connor.
Well, it's kind of hard to advertise a review that came out a week before you would be hearing this this podcast.
But we haven't
right
even
here.
recorded it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to also.
Yeah, that'll be
refer
fun.
to that.
Twitch.tv/TwoPennyGames every Monday about, I don't know, sometime in the afternoon.
You know
when we
what?
can.
We're starting to go through a dry spell. We're entering the dry spell
Of video
aren't we?
games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Me too.
Very happy,
I'm
yeah.
very happy about this. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing right now is Erdtree coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, that's not my responsibility.
And
so.
it's late in June, so
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got what, another 3 weeks?
3 weeks,
until
4
that?
weeks,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, well, it's going to be a while. So, yeah, Hellblade. And then, so, you know, whatever happens in the game club, which, of course, if you didn't know, the Two Penny Game Club is our monthly video game book club in which we play a game of yore, review it, and rank it amongst the other games we played in the series. We come at you once a month, usually the first weekend of the month. We're about to do Metal Gear Solid. That should be coming out in a few days from the time you're hearing this. So make sure you like and subscribe for that, and that'll be fun. And then of course, we're gonna let the wheel decide what we play through the month of June for the July episode. And you know, this is a time where it's like could be anything. You know,
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's literally anything. Now, if it's like some crazy big ass game, maybe we push it a month. Maybe, you know, it just depends. Or maybe we just all go play 20 hours and come back and here's our 20-hour review of this game.
Some games can be better reviewed just with playing 20 hours.
Yeah.
If it's over, demonstrably long.
If it takes more than 20 hours to review a game, that I think is a ding against the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Though,
Fucking.
probably some exceptions.
I mean, there are games that, like, if the game is more narrative-based, yes, and, like, the narrative, like, truly matters to that game. Like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, 20 hours of that game, you're not even halfway through that bitch, you know? And you're not to a lot of the things that you're going to that game for. You know what I'm saying? So, like, can you say you played it and reviewed it after 20 hours? I don't know. It's, you know, it's strange, you know? But it depends. But if I've played 20 hours and I've hated my time with it, it doesn't matter if the game gets good at hour 35. You wasted 20 hours of my life with a gameplay loop that I don't like and this, that, and the third, and that's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
If it's 20 hours and I'm loving it and the back half is terrible, well then, you know, we do podcasts. There's asterisks next to that. We can update. We'll come back later and talk and be like, hey, this is what happened here. You know, we don't like this, that, and the third. You know, it's just we have the benefit of like being able to have the evolving thing. Of course, the minute we like start getting paid to do this, like, yeah, bro, go play the fucking video game. You know,
you're getting paid to do a job.
Now, it's work. Undoubtedly, it's work. Hey, Callisto Protocol, that wasn't fucking fun to play and review. What else? Prey wasn't fucking fun to play and review. What else did I play? Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin. I played 20 hours of those games. They fucking blow chunks. They suck.
Blow chunks?
Yeah, you know, Stellar Blade was better. I liked Stellar Blade, all right. I almost thought about continuing to keep playing Stellar Blade, but then I was like, why?
Got other things to do.
My thing is just like, it's not going to be better than Pal World. So, you know?
Yeah.
Like, or it's not going to rank higher than Pal World. So why? You know?
Pal World, still kicking.
Let me tell you what, Connor.
Yeah?
I feel like it's as a responsibility of someone who wants to speak from a educated perspective about video games. It's a responsibility of mine to go back and play the games that I've missed this year. So right now I'm doubling back to Persona 3 Reload, which I'm having a fabulous time with. And then at some point I want to double back and get to Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth, that is. And then, of course, like I do want to put more time into Unicorn Overlord. But can I be honest with what I really want to play right now?
What?
I really want to play either some Helldivers 2, which I feel like I didn't get to play enough of, even though I think I played like 30, 40 hours of that game. I want to go back and I want to play Mass Effect again. I've got that itch to play some Mass Effect.
I did too recently.
Yeah. And I really want to go and fucking play some Baldur's Gate 3. Is what I really, really want to fucking do.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's just not enough time in the world to play the games I want to play and talk about the things I want to talk about.
Unless you'd have more time if it was full time.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like and subscribe to youtube.com/@TwoPennyGames, TikTok.com/TwoPennyGames, and all of our social medias down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and listening. This was a bit of a chaotic episode of the Piggy Bank, but we got to roll with the punches and keep it working over here. So, make sure that you stick around for more and follow us on all of our platforms. Subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like on this video. We really do appreciate it. And I guess until next time, have a great time. And Connor, let's go ahead and get out of here, buddy.
Please watch our stuff. Please.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Thank you.
Some of them are. Goodbye.